There we go. We got a better background for the title rather than just outer space itself. I know this is late at night, but that's because we were at the Texas Roadhouse, and this took several hours to finish. It's a big project. The fact that I gotta do this every season, 24 fully detailed slides, is insane. But I know this is at 10 p.m. The reason why this is late is because I had to go to a birthday dinner at the Texas Roadhouse. And this project also took several hours because I modified it a little bit than the original. Yes, I did. I could do that. I could do that right now. Yeah, it's a golden SMP related picture. Here are all the pictures I've used. Is it this one? Well, I just put them there anyways. But yeah, there's about 10 people in this that's been relevant in some point in time. Each one's a different color. As you can see, the three main empires. Well, one of them's a baby empire, as you can see by the Roman Empire. But you got the Pickle Empire, my empire. You got the random solos, Golden, Python, Zen, which he left, and Fire. Well, she didn't build it yet, but she's planning on doing it, so that's why I included that. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Also can zoom out so her thing can be on the screenshot. What do you mean? Like this? Well, I would have to hold. I can't let go of it with my fingers. Well, there's not a lot of space in the area because I had to move all the ships around. But without further ado, let's get started. Chapter 2022, Season 2 is the Yellow Woolly World season. What does he mean by I did a new one? I mean, I don't see a border. Yeah, I did see that earlier. So yeah, let's take a look. The best thing... Oh, I like that transition. I didn't know it would move the ship in like that. Best things in the Season 1 galaxy is the Golden SMP and Omlet Arcade, according to the fans. As you can see by the little ships. Dang it, I forgot to move the image so where the text on the bottom doesn't show. Don't know why it does that. But moving on. Season 2 hype level, there's been 2 different people that took part in the polls. So that's what represents ship 1 and 2. And let's continue. Squad Wars, this season, Blue and Yellow tied. So according to that result, they each get a half a win. while red and green are stumped still. There will be more information on the teams later in the presentation, as there's been a lot of changes because a lot of people left, and some may have joined, but enough people left to the point where we cannot have a green team this coming season. So green's gonna be stuck at 0. So now we're just down the blue, red, and yellow again. Alright, moving on. Season 1 MVP goes to the color blue as voted by the fans, as he was the only one other than myself, but I refused to make myself the MVP. But he was the only one that was voted twice in there. So he won Season 1 MVP. As there was 2 different voters this season. One was voter 1 and another voter 2. Moving on. Today, the average season rating is a 5.5. Question, who did I vote for? I don't know, because I can't see what your name is. It just says nominator or voter 1, voter 2, or something like that. Well, really it says response 1, response 2, but I just call them voter 1, voter 2. So this season rating was scaled to be an average of a 5.5, and that means this season got an E, which means we did very poor. Okay, moving on. Nice twirl by the ship, but the best days of Season 1 was a tie between January 1st and January 11th. 5.5 technically is poor because that is a 55%. Average would be a 70%.
Isn't D like below average?
Yeah, that's rated as fair, but that's not what this season got. This season got an E because out of the average score of both of the voters, it ended up being 5.5. Moving on.
Is the back door closed?
Yeah.
Okay.
The best time of Season 1 in the Eastern Time, just to let y'all know, is apparently 3:02 a.m., even though I never stream at that late, and 7 p.m. I don't know who put 3:02 a.m., because I didn't pay attention to who was who. Moving on. Average length of watch time is 2 hours. I only included one of them because the other one was an unreasonable length that said 24 hours. I do not stream 24 hours a day. So I didn't include that one. So I just went with whatever was there. So it ended up being 2 hours. And now here comes the big stuff. Game Wars. I mean, I did stream a lot towards the beginning, but I kind of got mixed up in the end. So yeah. Welcome to Conference 1. It is time to protect and eliminate games. Here are the current games that are from Season 1. 6 of these are going to blow up, and the other 6 are going to get shields. You'll see what I mean in a second. For example, Clash of Clans just got a bubble. That means they're safe and they're going to Season 2. Now I did them first because they're first seed. So how this works is if your game gets a bubble, your game is moving on to season 2. If your game explodes, it's eliminated. If it explodes and has the words RIP in it, it means it's terminated and cannot come back for the rest of the year. Kind of like that game, for example, which was Mobile Legends. So that means Mobile Legends will no longer be eligible to be played for the rest of 2022. So that's how this system's going to go. Kind of builds a little bit of hype. All right, let's see. What is the second game that's going to survive? Genshin Impact. As they got second place this season, so therefore they get the bubble. But the second game to explode is Brawl Stars. Yeah, Brawl Stars had a couple of viewers in it, and I had played a couple rounds with it, but although it wasn't too bad, there was some games on this list that are far worse. Like, I'm looking at the bottom 2 on the list, Candy Crush and Doodle Jump. I don't like them 2 games very well. I don't like Doodle Jump all the time because it always ends my streams, and Candy Crush is just boring. Oh, and Among Us 2. That game likes to crash on me sometimes. I don't know why. But, newsflash, Pokemon Go gets the bubble. They're moving on to Season 2. Golden Thunder says, Odin, who's in your room? I think my sister is right now. Because she went to bed. Next game to explode. PUBG. At least the original version. Alright, next game to survive is Free Fire. It's Kara. Oh yeah, I accidentally did that animation twice for Free Fire, I don't know why. And it looks like Doodle Jump has exploded now, meaning they're not joining in the next season either. Among Us gets a shield. Well, she's upstairs. She's asleep. Candy Crush just blew up as well. Now there's only 2 games. One of these 2 games is going to move on, and the other one will explode. And the game that's safe is Call of Duty Mobile, which means Angry Birds explodes. All right, recap. Here is the the number of here are the season 2 games and the grade level they got dependent on the votings from the viewers. Like, for example, Clash of Clans just gained 3 lives for being first, and their grade overall is an A+. Genshin Impact with 8 lives, they got 2 for getting second place and have an A. Pokemon Go, yes, this is Conference 1. Conference 2 we're going to get to in a moment. Pokemon Go has 7 lives because they will gain 1. They got an A-. Free Fire stays at 6 lives because they got 4th. They get a B-. Among Us stays at 6 lives because they were 5th. They have a B. Call of Duty Mobile will remain at 6 lives because they were borderline and got 6th, and they got a C-. So yeah, that's how that works. For the eliminated games, all eliminated games lose lives. The number of lives is determined by how deep you were in the rankings. For example, Angry Birds 2 was 7th, so they lose 1 life. Candy Crush was 8th, so they lost 2. Doodle Jump lost 3 lives for getting 9th. PUBG lost 4 lives for getting 10th. Brawl Stars lost 5 lives for getting 11th, and Mobile Legends lost all 6 of their lives and got 12th. So overall, those are the grades. Now, I'm surprised Candy Crush and Doodle Jump didn't lose more lives than I thought they would. Because I thought one of those 2 games was going to be terminated for sure. But nope, Mobile Legends got terminated. Although I did play that game this morning because it's actually pretty fun, for me at least. All right, moving on to the Conference 1 new games that are going to be added with the 6 that survived. Here are the list. Golden Thunder's probably going to like the first one that I have on here. Pokemon Unite. That will be the second Pokemon game we play this year. This game I heard was kind of like League of Legends or something like that, except Pokemon version. I don't know what the differences are. I haven't played either of them, though. I only played Mobile Legends. So Pokemon Unite will join the roster. The second game is PUBG New State. Apparently they have another game that they made. Or some crap like that. And apparently it ranked high enough on the ranker chart. I don't know how. Next Conference 1 game, Ark Survival. Now, I'm just as confused as you are. I've never heard of this game before. Apparently it's popular. So we'll have to see what it is. I mean, it has blue, red, and yellow. What if this is one of those games where you have to pick a faction and stick with it? Because that's what that kind of looks like, actually. Alright, 4th game, Assassin's Creed Rebellion. I don't know why the people look like that. I hope they don't look like that in game. They look like dolls. And the last game joining the mix is League of Legends, which is, we just talked about this game. Probably going to be better than Mobile Legends. Because, again, they've been around for many times, and this game is on multiple platforms rather than Mobile Legends being available on mobile devices only. And another fun fact about League of Legends, it's actually Mr. Beast's favorite game. I didn't know this until I watched a couple of his old videos. So yeah. Alright. Moving on to Conference 2. Here are the games from Conference 2. I apologize for the Doom logo, but I couldn't find the one that was good enough for me to put into a circle, or also known as a planet. So here we have Minecraft, Doom, Geometry Dash, even though it doesn't work very well, Retro Bowl, Roblox, Clash Royale, FIFA Mobile, Subway Surfers, Creative Destruction, Five Nights at Freddy's, 8-Ball Pool, and Rocket League Sideswipe. Those are all 12 of the games that have been nominated into this conference. As in Conference 2, they have to be voted by the fans to get in here, and that's exactly how they all got here. Well, maybe except Creative Destruction. That was because someone voted Fortnite, but Fortnite wasn't available on iOS, so I had to substitute. But without further ado, let's begin. Minecraft gets a bubble. Of course it gets a bubble. It got a perfect score of 24 out of 24 points. Like, there's no stopping that game. But the game that's getting terminated and this game also has the lowest score you can possibly receive, as both people voted a 1 for it. And that goes to Creative Destruction. Creative Destruction is now terminated. They cannot come back for the rest of the year. I mean, to be fair, I kind of saw this coming. Even before I began the polls. Alright, second game to survive is Doom. So Doom will be involved in Season 2 as well. Second game to blow up is Rocket League Sideswipe. Because during the stream, it just ticked me off more than I had fun. And it also ticked off Golden Thunder and Blinks to the point where they said, "This game sucks, I'm leaving." Yeah, there's many reasons why that planet blew up. Next game to survive is Geometry Dash. So they're also going to Season 2 as well. Yeah, despite it being broken a little bit, but that's because people voted, because we usually substitute with Minecraft. And the next game to blow up is Five Nights at Freddy's. Probably because this game isn't really that entertaining to me, which means there's probably going to be other people who don't find it entertaining as well. Oh, newsflash, Retro Bowl's moving on. I wonder how the other 5 games are doing. Oh, shoot. That's right, only 2 of them can make it in the next season. And 8-Ball Pool is not going to be one of them. So now it's just between these 4 games, and 2 of them can survive. And one of them is going to be Clash Royale. Which means it's now down to FIFA, Roblox, and Subway Surfers. Psych, Subway Surfers just blew up. It's now just down to Roblox and FIFA. One of those 2 games is going home. The other moves on to Season 2. Both of these games were actually really good last year. Roblox was 2nd last year, and FIFA was 4th. So this is a shocker, but FIFA survives. Roblox has been eliminated in the first season of the entire chapter. That was a huge shocker to me. I never knew that would happen that fast. And I bet you next month, someone's going to ask me, can we play Roblox? And I'm going to have to tell them the news that Roblox was eliminated. Because they talk about it all the time. Literally. You see in the chat. They literally talk about, hey, can you play Roblox? Even though I'm streaming another game, because that's what that day is for. So Roblox went from being 2nd place out of all the games last year to being 7th this season. I'm surprised we only had 2 voters, because I posted the link on Omlet and Discord, and YouTube as well. Okay, so here are the lives. Surprisingly, Retro Bowl got a D-, while everything else got A's, B's, and S's. And Retro Bowl got 4th. I don't know why they had a D-. I think it's because someone voted a D and another person voted something else. I think someone voted I believe someone voted a D and an E, and that's what it averaged out to. Flaming Gator says Odin sounds hot. And then you got the games that were eliminated, including Roblox, Subway Surfers, 8-Ball Pool, Five Nights at Freddy's, Rocket League, and the only game to ever get an F this season, Creative Destruction. As they got terminated, which means you're not going to see the game for the rest of the year. And what that means is the letter F stands for failure, which means that game has failed to even be a contender at all. All right, moving on. Conference 2 new games. All right. Some of these games were voted by the viewers, but not all of them were accepted because some of them were like things like Subway or Duolingo. That's not a... I don't know who voted Duolingo. As those are not games. One of them is a language learning app, the other is a food service. But the 5 games that will join in Conference 2, one of them is Uno. Rather either be on Steam, if we can get that to work, because I do have the app now, or the actual mobile app itself, dependent on whatever the heck works. The next game to join is Sonic Go, or whatever the game was called. Yeah, this game is kind of a joke. And the fact that it's going to be 8th seed next season, it's kind of strange. The third one to join is To the Moon. Which you guys probably saw me play this before for like 2 minutes before everyone told me to end the stream because it was lagging. And so I did, because it like literally was very laggy. Like, the frame rate was so bad, I don't know why. Hopefully it doesn't do that this season. Fourth game is... Oh, wow, look at that. Been a year ago since we last played this game. Mario Kart Tour is coming back once again. From the dead. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I did hear it was Poto's favorite game. What was that last Discord message? Yeah, to be honest, I'd rather play Mario Kart Wii than Mario Kart Tour. Or actually, I'd rather play Beach Buggy Racing than Mario Kart Tour, because it's actually more fun in Beach Buggy Racing, to be fair. Golden, Mobile Legends was terminated. They can't come back. I mean, it was a fun game, but it's gone now. I'm surprised Candy Crush didn't get terminated. And that's bad, because that means they could come back at any moment. Question, how was it terminated? Because it lost all 6 lives. Let me see. I have a piece of paper of all the total scores. Mobile Legends only received 4 points out of all the 24 points they could receive. As the minimum number of points you can vote for is 1. So I assume it was probably a 1 and a 3 that got it that much points. That's how it was. Because I remembered those numbers when I was adding all the points up. Oh yeah, almost forgot. We have one more game joining us. Sky. Now, I don't know how well this will do, but it's an adventuring game. I haven't gotten deep into it, though. My sister got me into the game a long time ago. Well, actually, if Mobile Legends wasn't to get terminated, it would have been Doodle Jump that went home first. Because they were, I believe, 11th. Actually, I'm wrong. Brawl Stars was 11th. Doodle Jump was 9th. Wow. I can't believe Brawl Stars almost got terminated in one season. But alright. So you can go ahead and screenshot this if you want, but this is the schedule for the next season. As you can see, we have 5 holidays. But because this season's only 28 days, it's kind of hard to fit extra days for other games. So that's why Minecraft is the only game that will be played 3 times this season. There are 4 other games that will be played twice, and the rest will be played once. And the games that won holiday streams are the top 3 games in Conference 2, which is Minecraft, Doom, and Geometry Dash, and the top 2 Conference 1 games from this season, which were Clash of Clans and Genshin Impact. I still remember at the beginning when Genshin Impact was getting burned alive as no one liked it. Now it's surviving. And it even won a holiday stream, so that's a good sign for people who are a fan of that game. Despite the lag, it's still fun though. So yeah. So we got 2 games from the terminated game of Mobile Legends, though, there are two games that are related to it, as that's Pokemon Unite and League of Legends. League of Legends, I think, came first, and it became one of the most popular esports games, if not the most popular esports game in all time history. Now, I'm not sure how well all these games we'll say good luck to all the games in Season 2, and here are the teams for Season 2. Notice how Green Team is gone. That is because we've lost a lot of top fans, because I guess maybe it was because I didn't stream a lot. I don't know. Thought they went by the amount of time they watch me while I am live. So, yeah, here are the teams. Some players got moved to different teams. Others got kicked out of the league because they weren't top fan anymore, which ended up being a lot of people. We were predicted to have 5 teams in the middle of the season, but then we just lost a bunch of people, and now we're down to 3 teams. So on blue team, it's me, Golden Thunder, Blinks, the color blue, Clant 101, and Chin MK5, as I think Chin MK5 got promoted to blue team because Boston lost his top fan. On red team, you have Gary 21H, Rostrevs, Prince, Brandon, Hayes Kugam, and Omida. Then on yellow team, which is short-handed because we have a shortage of players, which is Alcina, Bahogo, EDU Kukuku, Fake Hacker FF, and Sleever FNF. So yeah, that means there is no green team this season. So if you're a fan of that team, maybe you'll wait until next month to compete. As now it is also February, so a few things are going to be happening. It is now going to be the second half of Stage 1 of Huge Esports, which means after this month, half of the teams are getting eliminated, the other half move to Stage 2. Another thing in the leagues is were well, those schedules were different. That's when I made lots of videos. Well, the bonus streams, aka the tier streams, are now replaced by games that receive higher seeds. That's what those mystery boxes were replaced by, at least. Because, well, that's ended up what happened. And plus, it would probably not be a good idea to do that because we would only have room for one mystery box this season. So yeah, also for the Ultimate Access Football League, it is now going to be February, which means we are kicking off the second division of the league, which is the Polar Division, which means the following cities will be competing in this one: the city of Baltimore, the city of Pittsburgh, the city of Cincinnati, the city of Cleveland, the city of Green Bay, the city of Minneapolis, also known as Minnesota, the city of Chicago, and the city of Detroit. Those are all eight cities that will be competing in the next month in Ultimate Access Football League. It is now my favorite team's turn to play. Hopefully Baltimore doesn't screw up like they always do, but I feel confident that they're probably going to get 4th. Which is enough to make the playoffs. Because Detroit sucks, Minnesota sucks, Chicago sucks, and Cleveland sucks. Cincinnati, they're pretty good. Pittsburgh is ridiculously good, and Green Bay is also ridiculously good. So yeah, that is the end of the slideshow. That means it is the end of the preview. If you guys are excited for Season 2, hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, and we will see you guys